From Dallas is Republican Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison, a surrogate and supporter for the Romney team. Welcome. Thanks for being here, Senator.
Thank you, Carol. It's good to be with you.
Thanks for being here. With high unemployment and other issues, why would the Romney team release this type of ad now?
Because it is a major change in the work requirement that has been such a good reform. In fact, it's one of the best reforms that has worked. 5 million people were on the welfare rolls in 1994. And in 2010, at the end, it was about 2 million. So it's really put people to work, given them a pride in themselves. There's so many good stories about welfare reform that families now with working people have more income and their children grow up not in poverty but seeing a work ethic. And to have guidelines that are now coming out to soften that, Carol, it's a very bad thing.
Oh, well, Senator, the only problem with this ad, and I'm sure many people would agree with what you say, but we fact-checked that ad along with PolitiFact, and it's just not true. I mean, 2 Republican governors asked for these waivers, and the waivers don't remove the requirement that welfare recipients find work.
It lessens the requirement, and it allows self-help type programs to be substituted for the either job training or the work requirement. And the work requirement is 20 to 30 hours, so it's not a full-time work requirement, but it is a modest work requirement. And Carol, that's the foundation of the bill.
Well, even Mitt Romney, back when he was governor of Massachusetts, wanted these types of waivers because he found it difficult to really truly help people on welfare. He wanted his state of Massachusetts to figure out how to do that best.
Well, I think we're talking about the Obama record here and the federal requirements. And I don't think Mitt Romney meant to have self-help programs be substituted for work training and really making the effort to give people the opportunity to earn more and get a job training skill. And I think we're talking about an Obama overreach. There was no warning that he was going to try to change the rules. It would never have gotten through Congress what he is trying to do. So whether it's Republican governors who are asking for waivers, I don't think any of them are looking at putting reading and self-help exercise classes in place of work training that will give people an opportunity to be a part of a productive society.
In fairness at the time.
But I think the welfare reform is one of the most successful that we've had in this country. And I really applaud Mitt Romney for standing up and saying we don't want to in any way lessen the work requirement because it's had a good impact on the standards of families and children who now don't live in poverty.
Even if that's not really true?
Well, I think it is true. I think the guidelines that came out from the Department of Health and Human Services basically said we want to make it easier to solicit waivers for the welfare reform program, including the work reform, and that was the essential part that can't be undone by an administration that is overreaching. If they had taken this to Congress, it would not have passed.
Even former President Bill Clinton, who orchestrated this welfare to work program back when he was president, said it's just simply not true. This ad is not true.
Bill Clinton, with all due respect, President Clinton vetoed the welfare reform bill twice before he signed it. And I was glad that he signed it. I thought that was a good thing for him to compromise and go forward, and it has been a huge success. So I think that it was a hard-fought battle. I was there when it happened. I thought it was an excellent program to go forward, and to lessen that now is wrong. We have food stamps. We're taking care of people who are out of jobs with unemployment compensation, but the welfare program is something that is meant to bring people forward in society and give them a chance to take job training and work and raise their kids seeing them with a discipline to go to work. And it's worked. And softening that is wrong, and that is what the Obama administration did with this Health and Human Services guidelines for really lessening the welfare to work part of that bill.